You're watching MyCDL Buddy. Today we will demonstrate how to conduct a railroad crossing and a rural student discharge on a school bus during a CDL road test. Before conducting the road test, make sure that your master switch is on the school bus. Let's get started. As I approach my first set of railroad tracks, I'm going to check my mirrors, check for traffic. I want to make sure I turn on my four-way emergency flashers at least 100 feet before my first set of railroad tracks. I'm going to check my mirrors, check for traffic. I want to make sure to stop 15 to 50 feet away from the first set of tracks. When I stop, I got to make sure my bus is not on the tracks, creating an outage. As I'm stopped with my foot firmly on the brake, I'm going to check my mirrors, check for traffic. I'm going to open my service door. As I open up my service door, I'm going to check my mirrors, check for traffic, and also check for a train. I'm going to recheck for the train again by looking and listening. There is no train that I see or hear. Now I'm going to accelerate over the railroad tracks gradually. As I accelerate, as soon as my first set of wheels cross the first set of tracks, I will close my service door. I'm going to check my mirrors, check for traffic as I accelerate. As soon as I'm in the lane and I am safe, I'm going to turn off my four-way emergency flashers, and now I have ended my railroad crossing. Now that we have completed the railroad crossing, we will now demonstrate how to conduct a rural student discharge in a school bus on a CDL road test. Make sure when you're doing the rural student discharge, your master switch is always on. Let's get started. As I approach the drop-off location, I will check my mirrors, check for traffic. I will turn on my amber flashers at least 100 feet before I arrive to my discharge location. I will make sure my bus is in the rightmost of my lane. I will check my mirrors, check for traffic. I will stop the bus at the discharge location. Once I stop the bus, I'll keep my foot on my service brake and put the vehicle in neutral. I will now activate the stop sign, red warning lights, and the safety arm. I will not open the door as of yet. I will check my mirrors, check for traffic once again. Now I will call up my 4 new students to the front of the bus and communicate to them. I will tell them the 2 students going to the right go directly home. Don't play around the bus. The 2 students that are crossing the road to the left, I will tell them to wait by the safety arm till I give them my signal to cross the street. I will also notify the students that if I honk my horn while they're crossing the street, they have to run back to the safety arm because of a hazard that is coming. Once my students understand that, I will check my mirrors, check for traffic, and I will open up my service door. As the students leave the bus, I will count them 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2 going home on the right are going directly home, not messing around the bus or playing around. The 2 crossing the road to the left, they are by the safety arm waiting for my signal. I will check my mirrors, check for traffic. When it's safe, I will signal them to cross the road. Once they have crossed the road, I will recheck and recount my students. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure everyone is clear. I will check my mirrors, check for traffic, and check my student mirror to make sure no students are playing around and they are seated. Now I will close my service door. I will turn off my red warning light, stop sign, and safety arm. I will check my mirrors, check for traffic, signal into my lane, put my vehicle into drive, and accelerate back into traffic. Now I have completed my rural student discharge.